Hi, I'm Jerry Rothauser, pastor of New Spirit Bible Church in Fishers, Indiana. And a lot of people have asked me a question. I think it's an appropriate question, especially the second day of the new year. Those of you thinking of reading your Bibles, some people have asked me, how can I read a Bible verse? And so I thought it'd be very appropriate to discuss that today, and I'll show you how I, an actual professor and a professional with a master's degree, how I read a Bible verse. Now, first of all, it's good to get like a comfortable chair and sit down. Or actually, you don't need a comfortable chair. You can have an uncomfortable chair. That was John Sterling, if you could hear that, announcing that the Yankees had in fact won, but they do all the time. No biggie. Back to reading the Bible. So they asked me, how can I read a Bible verse? And I thought I would just go ahead and give a demonstration on how to read a Bible verse. A comfortable chair, an uncomfortable chair. You can do it sitting down. You can do it standing up. You could probably actually stand on your head and read a Bible verse, I think, depending on, how agile you are. You can do it while you're running, if you're able to, not wave your arms up and down when you're running or when you're walking. I suggest get a chair. Just get a chair. And then another important thing is get a Bible. A Bible is an important thing in reading a Bible verse. I happen to have a Holman Bible that someone gave me as a gift, and I really like it. It's gigantic. In fact, it is super, you see that? Super giant print. Super giant print. So it's not large print, and it's not giant print. It's super giant print for people who have bad eyes, who are old. It's good for that. And you find a verse that you want to read, and sometimes it's good to have a bookmark, and you just mark where you want to read that verse. Mine happens to be a Garfield, as you can see. And it says, lose my place and I'll rearrange your face. Now, any bookmark really will do, and you don't even need a bookmark. But you need a Bible. A New International Bible, or New International Version, is also a good translation that I recommend. And then, once you have a verse, and in my case, it's Romans chapter 12, verse 2, once you find that verse, you put your head down toward the Bible itself. You can see I've got it here. I'm going to put it down where I can see it. And it's got the super large print. And then I'm going to read the verse, and I'll show you how I do it right now. I'm starting to read now. Oh. Yeah, that's a good one. Right. Huh. All right, that was Romans 12:2 that I just read. And you can read that one yourself. It's in really all Bibles that have a New Testament. If you just get the Old Testament, it won't be in there. But you get a Bible commonly called a New Testament, and sometimes those come together. You have the Old Testament in the back, New Testament in the front. And I know some of you are probably trying to read my t-shirt, so I try to back up a little bit so you can see what that says. It's a Christian t-shirt, and I do, when I do Christian videos, I like to wear a Christian t-shirt. So that's all there is to it. Anyone really with basically a first grade education can read a Bible verse. It's not hard. And I remember my son had a New International Version Bible when he was in the first grade, and he was reading that in the first grade. So if you've taken reading in school in English and you have an English Bible, you really can just open it up and read a verse. Now, it can get more complicated from there, and I'll be talking about that later, but just to get you started, read a verse. And you can do that in the morning, you can do it in the evening, you can do it at noon, with tea, with coffee, with a friend, whatever. You can read a verse. And that's probably a good way to start if you're a young Christian, is read a verse. So again, this is Jerry Rothauser with New Spirit Bible Church, and we'll be going through some of the basics for new Christians as we go through the new year. And I'm also going to, if you want to get into, say, the 1 year Bible, every week I'm thinking of giving little tidbits about what you'll be reading for the week. And so look for that upcoming. But in our next lesson, I think you're going to enjoy it. Today we covered how to read a verse. In our next lesson, I'd like to cover how to pray, and you won't want to miss that. So we'll be seeing you then, and have a great 2010 and 2011. But I don't want to jump the gun. We'll just concentrate on 2010. Thanks a lot. We'll see you later.